Hey everybody, welcome back to Illiterate Book Club. I'm Matt,
I'm John.
and this is our insider coverage of D23.
Insider, outsider.
Yes, we had press passes. Just kidding.
Like, when did this end? 2 weeks ago?
Last weekend.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Maybe. Yes, it was this past weekend.
Anyway,
so we're still relevant a little bit.
I only heard a little bit about
Okay.
the stuff that happened D23. Most of it was like the Spider-Man stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So,
So we could kind of get that elephant out of the room. Spider-Man, as of right now, looks like he's not in the MCU portion of it, which is very disappointing. Hopefully they can work something out.
maybe.
Definitely on the surface, Disney looks to be in the wrong in this.
Well, I mean, it's a business deal, and
Right.
business deals go all crazy ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I mean, they both want things. It just seems unfortunate that, you would think as big as Disney is, they would take a hit in order to keep their MCU intact.
Right. And I mean, I think that there could be some stuff going behind the scenes, but maybe them wanting to merge some universes. That's a speculation that I have. But
they didn't ask us.
They didn't ask us. And I do think it's unfortunate because I thought the meme was really funny that they had where they were talking about they said it had Happy Hogan on it, and it said, I don't think I don't know what his name is. Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you'd be around. And then it's not so much.
Yeah.
So I guess we're screwed, universe.
So-
But okay, so let's jump ahead. We kind of got that out of the way. All right, so the few things that were announced, I guess we can kind of start off with Marvel since we're already in that vein.
Yeah.
As far as I know, with the Disney Plus type stuff, which I know he doesn't like Disney Plus, there was a lot more information around that than there was around the movies.
Sure.
And I think it is maybe them
because they want to put everything Disney behind a paywall.
Yeah, maybe they do. They want to get paid.
You want to buy tickets to the next big Marvel movie? You have to have Disney Plus first. You can only buy the tickets through Disney Plus.
Or you could see it a week first
in
before.
Disney Plus.
No, not in Disney Plus, but if you had Disney Plus, they give you advanced screening tickets.
Oh my goodness.
That's so genius, Disney.
That's evil masterminding.
Oh, Bob, hire me. Anyway.
No, I would kill you.
If that happens.
If Disney does this, you're dying because you put it out there.
Channel is
you
over.
Put it into the universe. And so if it happens now.
Oh, that's too great. I really kind of hope this happens.
So what else did they announce?
Okay, so Marvel looking at Disney Plus, because we'll kind of start there because that was the first day. They announced 3 new shows that are going to be coming.
So on top of the already announced shows?
Right. So 3 new shows. They didn't have much as far as information on it. Just kind of synopsis. So the 3 major shows that have got announced from the Disney Plus side were Ms. Marvel,
okay,
She-Hulk,
okay,
and Moonlight, I believe is what it's called.
You have a phone.
Moonlight.
Look it up.
Okay.
Or something, man.
Sorry.
So She-Hulk sounds fun. It sounds like they could have like a Hulk version of Ally McBeal.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's literally what they said.
That's, of course, so predictable at this point.
I literally think that's what I heard. I want to say that because it's something to do with like she's an attorney. So is that right?
Ally McBeal, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, She-Hulk is an attorney. Yeah.
So I kind of think they are playing off of that.
I hope they bring in the thing like Howard the Duck in the comics shares an office building, and he's a PI.
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out. But
I mean, come on. You're going to have She-Hulk. Is she going to be like full She-Hulk, or is it going to be like the Banner Hulk, where it's like she's a lawyer, and then sometimes she hulks out?
See, that's where, like I said, the synopsis has just been laid out. It's very early development, so it's kind of hard to say.
We'll see. Ms. Marvel, what is Ms. Marvel going to be really focused on?
I don't know if I heard that one as much. Now, Moon Knight, it is Moon Knight with Knight.
Okay.
So kind of like Dark Knight. He is.
Their naming is so childish. Will they have their Dark Knight? We'll have a Moon Knight.
But
Moon's at night.
It's obviously a comic book origin story. I mean, it's comic. They literally just made it up. It's not even part of the MCU or Marvel.
You know, it'd be even cheaper if we don't use Marvel characters. We just make stuff up.
Yes, yeah, that'd be an idea. We could call him.
So 3 shows.
Deuce Dane.
Yeah, That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it.
No, but he is like a Batman type figure.
So it's gonna be like a sitcom, like
well,
Jerry Seinfeld, but
no.
with Batman.
No, I'm sure it's gonna be.
What's the deal with all these criminals?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. And we get canned by Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes. So, yeah, that was kind of the kind of breakdown of the shows. I think it will probably be like a very like Batman-esque movie. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be a TV show. Obviously, I think everything, and I'll reiterate this later, is gonna be extremely high production. As far as I guess,
they want this to succeed. So
right. So another thing they kind of mentioned a little bit, they didn't really go much into it, was that obviously kind of talking about the Falcon and Winter Soldier type thing, and then WandaVision, they kind of talked about. Well, I think it's going to be something along the lines of her almost dipping into being crazy, and like she creates like a universe to a certain degree.
Oh, okay.
Kat Dennings is going to play her neighbor.
Oh, that'll be fun.
So it's going to be like, I'm thinking of like a sitcom, like an old 60s type sitcom. I think it's going to start that way, and then it might morph into what's actually going on.
We'll see. I mean, they have a lot of leeway to play with these things.
Right.
Now, so.
Well, I could see like it kind of being along the lines of almost like a Lost type scenario where not Lost necessarily, but somewhere like this sitcom's going on, and then like you're like, what is this? It's weird.
It's a surrealist kind of thing.
Right, but then every episode you start to be like, well, something's off here. You know what I mean? And then you start to unravel the mystery to a certain degree. I could see them doing it that way. I have no idea whether they're going to do that.
We still have a few months.
All we know is that they're going to let Disney Plus people, go to Marvel movies.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay, so what else?
So we'll stick with Marvel. We're sticking with Marvel. D23. They did give a Black Panther dose release date.
When's that coming out?
It was 2023, May 2023.
Ooh, it's going to be a while.
Right. Yes. 2022 or 20, pretty sure it was 2023.
Okay.
It was a while.
Any name? Any tentative name?
He didn't really give anything. It was kind of weird.
Just Black Panther 2?
Yeah. And it was kind of funny. So basically, like Kevin Feige was talking to I'm blanking on his name, the director, Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther, and was just basically, I felt like he was kind of like setting him up to like give more information. He was kind of like, so you think we should give him the name? And Ryan Coogler was like, no. Like, and you thought that they were gonna like go back to it, and then he was like, so you think we should kind of tell him who the villain's gonna be? And he's like, no. like they didn't give anything away but the release date, and I kind of think that's a little hilarious for the director to do that, and it's his prerogative. I mean, his movie made 1.3 billion or something like that.
So you make enough money, then you can screw around with your audience,
right? Screw around with your producer, what are you gonna fire me?
Yeah. It would be funnier if that was the way it was, if that wasn't pre-scripted.
I don't think it was.
You think he actually came out there thinking that he was gonna get information that he didn't?
I think because I mean, in order for him to be putting those leading questions, he was going to get the audience to be like, yeah. And I think he was expecting him to at least give something away. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Maybe it was
some of those things are pretty well scripted beforehand.
It could be. They are actors in the show business.
Any other movies? Is it just 4 or 5 years?
They talked about Eternals.
Okay, Eternals.
And they gave some more information. And Kit Harington.
Nice. I did hear about that.
Is joining. And so it's going to be him and also the guy who played Robb Stark. So the brothers are going to be back together again in that. See
how long they stay alive.
They die the first season. Maybe they should have. Too soon. Okay. So
we got the 2 movies.
2 movies.
3 shows.
3 shows. And as far as my memory, there might have been some more ancillary type stuff going on. I think they talked about Black Widow. They showed like a little bit of gave some synopsis. I think showed some footage there. We haven't seen it yet, but from the breakdown, it sounds like something to do with Black Widow's sister. and something's going on in that scenario. And David Harbour is playing a semi father figure. I don't think it's her father, but like a father figure.
Oh, so it's Wheelhouse now.
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that movie.
You know David Harbour? Not Wheelhouse. It's his wheelhouse now.
Oh, it's his wheelhouse now. Oh, I got
because,
you. I thought you were saying
Stranger Things.
I thought you were like talking about some other movie called Wheelhouse. I get it. I got it now.
Whatever. Okay. So other than Marvel, what happened at D23?
Okay. So there a lot happened at D23. It's their major conference, but
a lot of orgies, a lot of blow.
Yes. Yes. Mostly from Mickey Mouse.
If anything gets us like taken down by Disney.
Sorry, I'm sure he's clean. Anyways, I'm sure he just talks like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but okay. There was a lot of different information that came out of there. We're going to focus probably more nerd centric because we're nerds.
Isn't everything Disney nerd?
Right. The next big thing that was going on was Lucasfilm, obviously. They had the Disney Plus come out obviously first, and I know you're not a big fan because you don't want it, but you will eventually.
Nope, not gonna do it.
If you want to go see Marvel's movies a week before,
not gonna do
it. So the TV shows, they released a full like trailer-esque or the next trailer for the Mandalorian. Last time, it kind of like a behind the scenes type thing.
Right.
The Mandalorian trailer, we did a reaction. You should go check that out after this video. I'm
sure you can link that somewhere.
It'll probably pop up right after.
That's crazy.
Technology. Right. But yeah, it looked to me incredible. The trailer did. And
what's it about?
It's going to be the days right after the Empire fell. And so they kind of take it along the lines of saying, well, it would have taken a long time for the Republic to rebuild any kind of infrastructure.
So Wild West kind of
right. Situation. Basically, that's literally
so it's like Firefly, but in the Disney,
somewhat. Star Wars and I don't know if you knew this, but the actor who's playing the main Mandalorian character is the guy who played Viper in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, so he's playing that, and just overall. One thing that Lucasfilm said specifically is he's
not going to die the same way.
Right. They said that the mountain was going to crush his head. But specifically,
the mountain
they said, make no mistake about it, these shows, all of our Lucasfilm shows, will be feature quality, and like as far as production goes, obviously, and that's which we say obviously, but I mean we're living in a golden age of shows. Game of Thrones definitely raised the bar, but to me, like Industrial Light and Sound of
Light Magic,
sorry, is definitely one of the people that have always pushed technology in the industry, and so they're going to be probably, especially with CGI elements, they're going to be like well ahead of the ball game, and it looks spectacular. Just the whole feel, a lot of practical stuff too. And it looked beautiful. The other big Disney Plus show from the Star Wars, there's two. Cassian Andor, the guy from Rogue One who had the bot K2S. Yeah. And so they have a show. They didn't really talk much about that. They didn't give a title, but one of the guy who plays he's in Firefly, actually, the guy who plays the robot, does the robot's voice, can't think of his name. Alan Tudyk, is that it? Tudyk. Okay, so thank you for correcting me on all these. Alan Tudyk said he was thinking K2 fast, K2 furious. Which
that'd be pretty amazing.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Anything with him is probably going to be amazing.
Right. So I think it'd be kind of cool. Obviously, it's a prequel, unless they made it. Maybe they made it off the Death
Spoiler alert! Come on, you have to have seen it by now.
Right. So that we've kind of known a little bit about it, a little bit more information, I guess. Then the big reveal for the Plus side was Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I did kind of hear some rumblings about that,
and it was kind of cool because they Kathleen Kennedy obviously the producer of basically all things Lucasfilm, the Kevin Feige, I guess, of Lucasfilm to a certain degree. She brought, like she said, well, after all the secrecy and fibbing a little bit, and it's finally kind of good to be able to get this off of our chest. She's like, let me welcome to the stage Ewan McGregor, and then he come out there, and everybody's of course roaring with applause, and he says, Kathleen, ask me if I'm playing Obi-Wan again, because he's been getting asked that like forever on talk shows. She says, are you getting to play Obi-Wan? He says, yes, yes, I am. And so it was kind of cool. So obviously we don't know the details of that. We assume it's in between that time period where he's protecting Luke and everything.
Right. So I assume, have you seen the show Last Man on Earth?
Sounds really familiar. Isn't that kind of is it a TV show or
movie? Yeah, TV show. It's
I don't know. I don't think
it's like I could be wrong about the name on that, but
because I
the guy he thinks he's the last guy.
Okay.
On Earth, okay. Right? Or maybe it's a you remember the Arrested Development?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that kind of humor, but just Obi-Wan sitting by himself because it's a recluse now, right? He's just like a hermit. So it's just mostly him sitting in his little hut, sort of like getting into like really ridiculous shenanigans by himself.
I believe it's going to be along the lines of there's definitely some missions and stuff that he's going to be doing.
No.
But your idea sounds great too.
He spends the entire time.
No lightsabers.
Actually, no. Because Qui-Gon will come and visit him in spirit form and try to teach him how to project himself and all that kind of stuff, right?
It's possible. Maybe that'll happen.
And so it'll be Obi-Wan getting into shenanigans with his ghost friend.
Yes. Okay. And then as far as movies go, for Lucasfilm, obviously the main one that they talked about was Star Wars Episode 9. I don't think they gave too much detail.
Return of the Suck. I mean,
please land it. Please don't ruin my childhood again.
Episode 9, Ex Machina.
The prequels. Come on. Don't do this again.
Finding a way to tie it all together.
That's what they're saying. They
pulling anything out of anywhere to make this work.
Right. Can we get the Emperor back, please? So yeah, that like first look type thing, that was really cool. I'd like to go into more detail about that, but I think we'll probably say that for a different video that I'll probably link over here. Over this direction, maybe over his face. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably.
And yeah, I think off the top of my head, and by not researching anything much more. I mean, I researched stuff when it came out, but off the top of my head, I think that's about everything in the vein of like Marvel and Lucasfilm. Is there anything else that you're kind of particularly interested in that you just would like to get a little snippet?
Frozen 2, please. No.
Actually, looking good. I think they maybe showed some more footage. Frozen 2 is one of them.
As long as Kristen Bell's involved, that's
yeah. I mean, if she was really like there and not a cartoon,
they're not going to pull it out into live action this one.
Not yet.
Oh,
give it 10 years.
Come on.
Probably 5. Let's be honest.
5 years. Honestly, in like 2 years.
Yes, let's give it a year and a half.
Yeah, it's going to be soon enough that Kristen Bell can still play the character.
That'd actually be kind of cool. Yeah. I mean, if don't do this, but if you do this,
you're doing it, because you're gonna remake your entire catalog in live action for no real reason.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, I did hear about it. It's gonna be just as bad as Lion King. They're already animated animals.
I don't understand why
you're just replacing one animation with another animation, unless you're gonna do a Cats on us and have people looking like dogs.
No, I heard. Okay, I just remember saying I haven't seen this trailer yet. Maybe we should do a trailer reaction. I think it's out, but I just remember the headlines being "Why." I just thought that was great.
That's what I've been asking myself the entire time with Disney.
They're like,
"Why are you doing
this?" And to me, like, if you're gonna do the animal thing, Lion King was kind of a special exception to a certain degree.
No, they didn't do anything.
But Yeah, only 1.5 billion for them.
Yeah, because everyone's brainwashed.
That's true, and my brain is clean. But there's nothing in it anymore from Disney. Okay, but yeah, I don't know why they don't do like somewhat animate just dogs. You know what I mean? Like have it legit. It has to be easier to make a dog's mouth move than to create a whole real fake dog.
Then who would employ all those poor CGI artists? They have families too.
They have to fix the mouth. It can't be like a Henry Cavill baby.
Now are they gonna do like real scenes and they just like have that's the shoot I want to be on, is the one where they're just like panning a camera across nothing and saying, "Oh yeah, in 3 months there's gonna be things in here."
These green screen out animals.
Yeah,
there. Maybe. Yeah. So
we'll awful Disney. Stop it. Stop it.
Yes. Okay. We're not clipping. Look, check our audio. Yeah.
Stop it.
As far as I know, that was the major news, and we're going to get into some detail over some of the Star Wars type stuff, and we'll probably do a reaction to that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the live action remakes for the Disney Star Wars movies.
I wouldn't put it much past anything.
Or maybe they'll do animated remakes.
That'd be dope.
If they like improve the story.
Oh no, I was thinking like anime, like Japanese.
Oh, that would be cool.
Right, I could dig.
And they have to improve the story.
Yeah, and they have to grow a pair. So, anyway, well,
if you're as disappointed in Disney as I am, let us know in the comments below.
For sure. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm not as disappointed at Disney, but sounds kind of like I am a little bit.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man thing got
us. You've been drinking the Kool-Aid while you've been.
Yes, drinking Kool-Aid, and I realized someone pissed in the bowl.
But it tastes like Mickey Mouse, so I love it.
But I can't stop now.
Yeah. All right, like and subscribe. Click the bell.
Bye.
We'll see you next time.